Verse 9. That the saying might be fulfilled which he spake, of them which thou gavest me have I lost none. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it, and smote the high priest's servant, and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus.
So them brothers were strapped back then. Peter walked with the Messiah, he had him a sword. Right? The fact of him having a sword was not a sin. And Christ ain't called him Satan for no reason. Peter got emotional and ain't want prophecy to go down. So he pulls his sword, he want to off-throw prophecy, and he chopped the servant's ear off. And Christ on one account called Peter Satan. Get behind me. He wasn't calling Peter Satan himself, the spirit that occupied Peter, because he got emotional. Right. You heard me? You got so emotional, you couldn't see, look, this is of God. He got to go. Right. Now I'm going to stop prophecy, nigga. You my dog, I'm going to die for you. He chops his ear. Bow. Christ put his ear right back on. Put your sword up, man. Come on.
Us all stamped up around.
Come on, Hebrew.
Then said Jesus unto Peter, put up thy sword into the sheath. The cup which my Father hath given me, shall I not drink it?
Shall I not do what my Father got planned for me to do? You trying to stop what the Father got planned. Right? Come on.
Then the band and the captain and officers of the Jews took Jesus and bound him.
That was the police.
Yep. And led him away to Annas first, for he was father in the law of Caiaphas. Which was the high priest that same year.
See, so he's really threatened because Christ, according to prophecy, will become the high priest. All the high priests, Levi, everybody shook now. Because they know if it's according to prophecy, he got to take this over. We got to go get jobs now. Because the priest was working in the temple. If Christ comes and your order is done with, you got to go home and go get a job or something. And they've been doing this for thousands of years.
And then the Levites didn't have no heritage, so they probably thinking they got to work twice.
Yeah, they're going to have to work twice as hard. Huh? Right. Be all right, bro. Be all right. Shouldn't have been so wicked. All right. Where we at? Verse what?
14. Now Caiaphas was he which gave counsel to the Jews, that it was expedient that one man should die for the people.
Y'all can read that in John chapter 11. Like verses like 40 some on down to the end. You see how the rulers that be huddled up and conspired to kill the Messiah. They like, look, it's better one person die for the nation than that the Romans come and take our authority and our rulership. So he can die. Right? All right, jump on over there 28.
Verse 28.
Now check out Christ's conversation with Pilate. 28, let's get it.
Then led they Jesus from Caiaphas unto the hall of judgment.
Hall of judgment. It's time for you to get your sentence. And from here, you're going to be sentenced and judged. All right? Come on.
And it was early. And they themselves went not into the judgment hall, lest they should be defiled. But that they might eat the Passover.
Right. The Passover, preparation for the Passover feast was there.
So what's up with these Hebrews that be talking about you got to be in Jerusalem to celebrate Passover?
Oh, that just killed it.
Well, he in Jerusalem right now.
I understand.
You did, but it tell you in the scriptures that, like in 1 Corinthians 5, Corinth ain't in Jerusalem. Right. Paul still told them, keep the feast. Let's keep it in honor of Christ. Not these bloodshed Pharisees who was at the feast looking to kill the Messiah. You see what I'm saying? Keep the feast in honor of Christ. Not with that malice and wickedness on your mind.
Verse 29.
Come on.
Pilate then went out unto them and said, what accusation bring ye against this man? They answered and said unto him, if he were not a malefactor,
a troublemaker, come on,
we would not have delivered him up unto thee. Then said Pilate unto them, take ye him and judge him according to your law. The Jews therefore said unto him, it is not lawful for us to put any man to death.
You want this heathen to put to death the Messiah because you ain't want to do it. Stop it. Stop it. You going to hand over this judge to him because you don't want to do it. Y'all the ones accusing him. The chief priests, elders, and scribes. The old folks. Come on.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
32. That the saying of Jesus might be fulfilled, which he spake, signifying what death he should die. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again, and called Jesus, and said unto him, Art thou the king of the Jews?
Are you the king of the Jews? This is what the judge asking the Christ.
Yes.
Are you the king of the Jews? Come on.
Jesus answered him, Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me?
Are you asking me because you really want to know, or you just asking me because they told you that?
Verse 35.
Come on.
Pilate answered, Am I a Jew? Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Jesus answered, My kingdom is not of this world.
My kingdom is not of this world. Come on.
If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight.
Then would my servants be banging. They will fight. If my kingdom was of this world, it'd be going down with my servants. They would be fighting right now.
That I should not be delivered to the Jews.
Right.
But now is my kingdom not from him.
This ain't my kingdom. Another thing they don't read. If this was my kingdom, my servants would be banging out here for me. Major. Come on, Hebrew.
Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou a king then? Jesus answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born.
I was born for this. What you talking about? Are you a king? I was born for this.
And for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice.
He's talking to the judge. Bold and everything. You feel me? Didn't cuss him out and let him, you fish lip heathen, none of that. Are you a king? I was born for this. Where's your kingdom? This is my kingdom. My servants will be fighting. Straight to the point with him. Ain't playing around, none of that. All emotional, judge, please. Hey, just answer them and let it be known what it is.
Verse 38.
Come on.
Pilate said unto him, What is truth? And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews and said unto them, I find in him no fault at all. But ye have a custom that I should release unto you one at the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews? Then cried they all again, saying, Not this man, but Barabbas. Now Barabbas was a robber.
Was a what? A robber.
A robber.
So they wanted a robber / murderer over a righteous man. They called for it.
Because he didn't show no threat to them.
Come on, man, it's major right there. Like, you got a chance, and even at the last point, Israel could have been like, yeah, let him go. But this murderer, or this robber right here, you're going to let him go and hand over to Christ. But it was all prophecy anyway, though. It had to happen the way it happened.